Hey there, fellow Factorians. Onerous here with another episode of Bob's and Angel's Seablock. And it's been a couple episodes since I recorded the last one. I've put out a couple episodes. But long story short, we have some comments. And the first one is while I'm standing out here at the power pole area, the power area from Daniel Everett, saying that some of these solar panels aren't hooked up. And he is correct. Most of them are. If I click on here, we can see these are all connected to the main bus. We can see the poles there, but then over here, this section over here is not. So we can just do that, and now it is. So now we have maxed out our solar connectivity over here, which is great. Even over here, this is connected. You can kind of, it's a little bit funky. You can trace it. Comes down here, goes across here. And then, over here, there's a whole row of medium poles that are connected. So that's pretty good. Another little side note from Power. He's always on to me to use my wind turbines effectively, and here we have it. This is my little design. It didn't come out quite as well as I would like. It's a bit hard to read with just the wind turbines alone, so I put in some grass. It says Seablock. It actually looks a little bit better on the mini map. You can kind of see the blue there from the electrical apparati. That used basically all of them. I got 30 left, and as you can see, I actually ripped them all out of here. So that was a little fun little thing. And there was something else too. Oh yeah, yes, of course. Graham Aiken highlighted that I may have missed actually adding the recipe to my setup over here. It looks like it's doing something, so I think I must have had the recipe in there. Maybe I did that off camera, I don't know, I can't remember. Anyway, it's done. I haven't done it today, but and the last one is probably what we're going to look at. Michael Tepfer pointed out that there is some research that allows us to use some of these things like residual gas residuals, oil residuals, and synthetic residual gas. I don't know. Those things, the byproducts, to make more solid fuel. So let's jump in and have a look at that, because we've got no research going at the moment, nothing meaningful. Assembly machine force. I'm sure I looked at that before, and we're actually not that far away. Brass is pretty easy to make, but let's just what's the crafting speed of that? Crafting speed 2. And these ones are 1.75, 1.25. Oh man, that is actually a big jump. Normally they don't jump as big at the higher levels, but yeah, that's pretty big. What is that? That's only 80. It's only 80. Let's focus. All right. What I need to be doing is being in FNEI, and let's look at oil residuals. All right, what can we use you for? Yes, so we can make residual gas out of it, which is actually the only thing we can do. We don't have that technology, so let's get that. It's only 50. All right, so what do we do with our residual gas? Well, with crude, we can get better outputs of these things. I think if we have a look at this normal recipe, it's 100 crude and, whoops, not that one. This one here. 100 crude, 20, 30, 50. We actually make less. It changes the ratios. Doesn't it? So we're actually making much less naphtha, but I think we're making more more fuel oil per crude, and a heap of base metal oil. That's not that exciting. Again, this is something else as well, but this is an interesting one. So that's what we're researching now. Steam cracking 2 it is. So we can make synthesis gas, which we can use. So let's have a look at our synthesis gas. All right, so synthesis gas can make carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Yeah, not too excited about that. It can make methane gas, though, with a blue metal catalyst, which is very expensive for where we are. Synthesis gas, natural gas liquids. Way more methane. That is actually really good. That is worth its weight in gold. Advanced gas processing. Let's cue that one up. All right, because methane from natural gas is basically the only thing we're using is methane. We're not using these ethane or butane. We're just burning them. All right, red metal catalyst can turn it into naphtha. Ooh, that is. We could then turn that back into solid fuel. Well, how far away is this research? It's actually a fair way away. We are researching that gas steam cracking. That's 50. Is that the only thing we're missing for this? It is the only thing we're missing. Okay, that's another 50. That's another 50. And then that's another 50. That, I think, is actually probably the best use of our time. So let's queue those up. That straight into solid fuel will be really, really nice. Really nice. And we can bottle it. Yay! Green metal catalyst, and we can void it. Okay. So the two things. For now, we could be doing this arrangement in our refinery. Synthesis gas. Let's at least get this residuals turned into synthesis gas. All right, where are my residuals? No, that's what I wanted. Residual gas and steam, and residual gas we can get from our oil residuals somehow. Here we go. Okay, so we need a steam cracker for that, and a steam cracker for that. We haven't actually researched that one. Yeah. Oh, that's the one we're researching now. All right. Okay. So let's. What level of steam cracker do we have enabled? Petrochem, oil and gas separator, oil refinery, steam cracker. We do have steam cracker 2 enabled, but we need brass and we need concrete bricks. Now, I've seen brass and concrete bricks come up a few times, so I think. Let's add that to our log, our quest log. Whoops. No, don't. Oh man, quest log. It always gets me. All right. We need brass and concrete blocks. All right, so that's going to be needed for a lot of our things, and the concrete comes from concrete blocks. Ooh, I think it comes from clay, but we'll have to see what else goes into it. And the brass is just like bronze. It's just a few other materials combining ingots. But let's get these couple of cracking. No, not that. A couple of these. All right, we've got a fair few. I'm gonna go with a couple each and just see how we end up. All right. This is somewhat of an odd location for this. Somewhat of an odd location. All right. What I could do is have this go back this way. Yeah. Not sure why we're not doing that to begin with. If this goes back this way and then this guy comes over this side and picks up from there, then we can enable some extra growth of these. So we could put down like I don't know, yeah, another couple of them, maybe even one more. Why not? Why not, you say? Why not? There we go, one more of them, and pop that down there for posterity. All right, so then we could just bring. Well, I do want to enable that over there. Okay. We also don't have a whole lot of landfill on us, and I just saw we've got the mineral sludge going, which I did see earlier. It's been going for a long time. We actually don't have as much charcoal available as I would like after our big charcoal burn off. This is up to 2k though, which is wonderful. Yeah, that's good news. Good news. And now, where is this sludge requirement? It is here. There you go. Have some sludge. Just that one sludge that was backing up. All right, that'll get this area going again. And I want to get some landfill. That's the whole reason why I came over here in the first place. Yeah, we'll grab a couple K of that. And let's have a look at how we can implement this gas cracking. All right. So maybe I'll just do it here. This is actually a reasonable location. I think if I just expand that out, All right, steam crackers. We are obviously going to need some steam. That would be a requirement. So I think we should be able to get away with something like that. I've got a few. No, I don't have a few. I thought I had a few of these. Let's make a few of those. Let's make 100 of them. Seems like a good amount. We're kind of at the point where they're the things to use. All right. So now we're taking oil residuals into residual gas. Yep. And we'll need our oil residuals coming in here, funnily enough, and we'll need some steam coming in here. Now we do have steam being produced in this section of the map. I think over here somewhere. There it is. It's actually not too hard to get a hold of, I think. If I just do something like this, something like that. No, that's not exactly what I had in mind. All right. Can I move you one across? And that's also not great. I guess we'll bring it in. We can bring it in here. That's what we're gonna do. All right. And we'll do that. We'll expand this whole section here down. What if... Okay, let's just play devil's advocate and say we want another one of those. Yeah, this will actually tie in not too badly. Ooh, maybe a little bit badly. All right, we'll do one here that comes up to this height. Yep. A little bit of forward planning sometimes pays off. All right. And then, of course, we need to do the thing we did over here. Should have just done anyway. All right. So there's some steam. I don't know if we've got enough production here. Oh yeah, it's using fuel oil. We've got a fair bit of fuel oil. Okay. So now we have steam. We just need some oil residuals. Okay. I guess I did need that one there. With the way our power is set up. There we go. There's some oil residuals. Have some oil residuals. Enjoy. Okay. And so that is making residual oil. Let's not use the ugly one. All right, let's expand this out a little bit because I want to be able to put in. You know, I'm all about expansion. I'm all about expansion at this point. I don't know if we'll ever have the production needed to do this, but we've been burned a few times where I haven't left enough space, and honestly, that's one of my biggest recommendations to anyone starting Factorio is always leave enough space, even in an area where like you're facing biters and you feel like you can't expand. You can always expand. There's always room for expansion. Yeah, that was backed up because we didn't have any stuff in there, but we do have a lot of steel further around, so we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Now, what was I making with this steel? I was making a storage tank. A beautiful, regular old storage tank. Okay, so we'll pop you here, and you're going to be... I guess that means we're doing that. Alright, you're going to be filling up with residual gas. And we'll pop our residual gas production up here, because this area here is kind of the gas production. I hate that went one higher. Alright, let's get this over here. Let's make this square. There we go. Alright. So we need two of these then. We're also going to need steam. I could just do it over here actually. No, I like it up here. I like it up here. It's going to be a little bit more annoying, but well worth it. Well worth it. Let's line it up with that one, like that, and like that. All right. I don't know. We'll get some power from over here somewhere. Oh, I'm going to regret the placement of that power pole at some point. I regret it now actually because we don't have it. Don't have a connection. There we go, and just like that. Perfect. All right, so you're turning residual gas into synthesis gas with some of this and some of this. We don't need all of that guff. Alright. Some of that. I wonder if we'll have enough steam for this. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. Let's bring you in on that one, which means that this guy needs to come in on that one. There we go. And you doing that. Oh, beautiful. All right. Let's make sure these corners are hooked up. Let's make sure this is connected in. And you know what? We're going to do that. And is that actually connected now? Yeah, well, it says it is. All right. We need another one of those. No. Not in all corners. I don't like the look of the all corners. They look ugly. Each to their own, though. Each to their own preference. All right, and you go there. And then we'll have you outputting all the way up to somewhere where it can actually be used. There. All right. Where's that tank? Tank. And a couple more of these. And we're away. All right. So this will get through our oil residuals. Actually, it looks like we are kind of getting rid of at a pretty good rate. Now, our advanced chemistry has stopped, so I imagine something's going wrong with the science. Yes, there's no copper. There is no copper. It is a broken record. We need to feed this back in, I think. But we now have some synthesis gas being produced, which is nice. Apparently not. What's going on here? All right. We broke it. Okay, the ghosts broke it. It's not me, it's the ghosts. There we go. That's why I was connecting here, and I wasn't actually sure if the ghost broke it, and now we know. All right, so you're going to make synthesis gas, and we are eventually going to turn that synthesis gas into solid fuel, which will be delightful. You know what? I'm actually going to make one of these big ass tanks for the synthesis gas, because I really want to have this able to go full ball. So I'm not sure we're going to be able to fit one in here. How we can. All right, perfect. Very good. All right. So you're going to be making a lot. And once this is finished, is it advanced chemistry that gives us this? It is no. There's another research after this one. So let's sort out our material production down here and make sure that we can produce science. So this science looks fine. This science actually looks like it's getting enough as well. I guess because we're not using the blue science, so we're not using the green science. So this one does need it as well. All right. So what's going on here, guys? Why are you doing nothing? You're all out of mineral sludge. Really? I thought we got past this, guys. It's out of sulfuric acid. All right. Didn't we up our output of sulfuric acid? We sure did. But what did we forget about? Sulfur dioxide gas, apparently, and that's because we're out of sulfur. We are actually out of sulfur. All right, we've used up our entire stock of sulfur, and now we're running low on sulfur dioxide. How can we make more sulfuric acid? Nope, they use the American spelling, of course. So sulfuric acid we can make from, has to be this way. Okay. So how do we make sulfur dioxide gas? Well, this is what we're currently doing. We don't have much sulfur left. We can use some calcium sulfate, which we don't have. We can use that, which we are already doing, but we're just not making much lead. Actually, no, we're not doing that one. We've got some other lead production that outputs sulfur dioxide gas. It's just the base one, which is okay, I guess. Where am I going? Where am I going? Here we are. We're back here. Zinc. Don't really want to do that. So this is the one we are currently doing. It's looking pretty grim, isn't it? All right. So if that's the case, is there any other way we can make sulfur? Well, hydrogen sulfide. I remember that. Oh yeah. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? Acid gas and a green metal catalyst. Not really keen on using catalysts, I've got to say. Puffers and some advanced stuff. All right, so this is kind of the only option if we want to go down that path. Sodium sulfate comes from, this is our chrome production chain. That's not particularly helpful, I've got to say. Sodium hydroxide and brown liquor, though. We've got so much sodium hydroxide. How do we make brown liquor? Yeah, that's a chain I don't really want to go down, but we may have to. Sodium hydroxide and sulfuric acid makes sodium sulfate. So let's see if this is positive. It's also something that we can't research yet. We are only one research off it. Which is interesting. So let's have a look at this. Okay, so this uses 80 sulfuric acid to make 2 sodium sulfates. 2 sodium sulfates makes 2 sulfur, and 1 sulfur makes 60 sulfur dioxide gas. We make 120 sulfur dioxide gas, and 120 sulfur dioxide gas would make 80 sulfuric acid. And now I've lost how much it took us to create this. 80. There you go. It doesn't waste sulfuric acid, but it doesn't produce sulfuric acid. All right. Sodium chloride. 120 makes 3. Well, we had 80 makes 2, so that's actually the same. So that's a bust. That is a bust for sodium sulfate. Yeah, that's a long way off. Purple science, but good to know. All right, we well, sulfuric wastewater. Are we all right? Are we getting rid of sulfuric wastewater anywhere? That would be kind of my concern now. Is are we using it up? We are, but that is a overflow valve. So only if we run out. So this is limited by the sludge, and the sludge is limited by the lack of sulfuric acid. So we kind of need to pick that up. I mean, this area over here is going, and I don't think we're clarifying anything over here. Like, this is going straight into here. This over here is going into it's going nowhere. Brown algae. Brown algae. And then we are producing a little bit more over here as well, but it is very low. Chunks. We could be, maybe we should be making some chunks, because chunk processing. All right, there is some chunks that produce sulfuric wastewater. All right, can we make more wastewater? It seems like a interesting question, but I'm sure we can try. So if we make saphirite chunks, that's wastewater. Charcoal filter, slag slurry purifier. This is what we're doing. Our multi-phase oil is making some, yes. Stereotype chunks as well. that. We're making some more. Yeah, so we should be making a lot of sulfuric wastewater over here. I guess, I mean, when I say a lot, that's probably, that's not a whole, well, I mean, yeah, that is a whole lot. That should be 12 a second. This is dying. Is that because it's lack of sulfuric acid? Probably. Sulfuric wastewater? Probably. Alright, how else can we make it? We don't want to use sulfuric acid to make it. Ammonium chunks. And that's the next level of that. Ceramic filters, which we don't have. Charcoal filters and crystal slurry. We've got to get into that at some point too. Crystal slurry, yes. Advanced paper production. Don't really want to use sulfuric wastewater. Now this, if you're doing a normal Bobs and Angels run, this is an amazing supply of sulfuric wastewater. Clean coke. So that's crushed coal into charcoal, which you use a lot of charcoal, as we've seen, and then this produces a lot of sulfuric wastewater. But we don't have any coal. We don't have any coal because we have no wood. And I don't really want to have wood production. Ooh, okay. Hang on. Porous lime filter. This is interesting. We can actually just turn water into sulfuric wastewater. I'm going to do that. Because we need it. All right, let's get this research. And let's have a look at our lime production. Is this lime? I think this is lime over here. So we do have a lot of lime. I wonder if this recipe is something that has been put in specifically for this purpose. All right. Yeah, we've got a little bit of lime. Available. Now, what is this made in? So an air filter takes water, makes sulfuric wastewater. We can just do that here. All right. Let's get that research going though. We're not doing anything without the research. So, you know what? This is the problem here is that we put in all these smarts so that we could grab stuff out, and now that's come back to bite us. So let's get rid of the smarts. We probably don't need all these boxes here either, because there is. Oh, now I've got rid of it. Yeah, there's a couple K of copper that has just been sitting there, and we don't need that because we've got another box of copper over here. I need to make a radar. A radar 2, a radar 3. Let's make a radar 2. Pop one over here. All right, what else are we missing? This line here should be tin, shouldn't it? This line here should be tin. We've probably got the same issue with our tin. We've got 1K of tin. That's a little more annoying because we don't actually have tin production elsewhere. So I think we're going to have to live with that one. The tin though, yeah, tin is going to be a smallish issue. How are we doing with methane gas? Oh, we actually got enough methane gas. So you're missing, you actually can't output any more of that. Coppery waste byproducts. Have you picked up something that you shouldn't have? Or you just, I think maybe it's just dead, isn't it? Where is that coppery waste byproduct? Coppery waste byproduct. There it is. All right. Nope, can't put it in there. Why not? Oh no, it goes in there. Okay, yeah, sorry, it goes in there. My mistake. So we're missing femto laser emitters, which are missing aluminium plate. Of course. All right. Let's speed up our aluminium plate production. We do have a box of aluminium that we were using for other purposes. There we go. There's a bunch of aluminium plate, which should get this going. All right, should get this going. But let's jump into here and stop this and go straight for that one. Straight for that one. And then we need to go back to synthesis gas production. There we go. All right, and then we'll go for that. Okay, so this is okay. We've got this. We've got this. We've got this. Sulfur processing. Okay, we've got a lot of copper. We've got some aluminium now. How much aluminium plate is required for each of these? Each one of these uses 5 aluminium plate, and this uses 1 of those. So our 100 aluminium ore should turn into about 100. About 100 aluminium plate, but then that is not going to be enough. That is not going to be enough. And there you go. We've got a heap of this too for some reason. Yeah, this is backed up again. This is dying off. All right, this is more research that we need to do. Is in dealing with this crud. How are we doing for time? We must be over time. We are over time. But let's try and not a flare stack. Where would I find a warehouse? There we go. We can make one of them, which is nice. I actually have one in my inventory already. So what I want to do with that is look. I just want to be lazy. I just want to be lazy. Let me be lazy. And let's pick you up there, and yeah, let's just put both of these cruddy things into a warehouse, and we'll deal with them later. We'll deal with them later. At least it'll work. At least this will work. All right. So this. All right, you'll now go into there. This is going to fill up very quickly. Very quickly with a lot of random stuff. A lot of random stuff. Speaking of a lot of random stuff, do we have anything good in here? We've got iron ore, we've got copper, we've got cobalt, and we've got tin. I don't know. I think we're pretty low on tin. Have a bunch of tin. All right, this is actually going to be very, very helpful. Okay, you have all the tin, and we're also low on copper. Yeah, okay, all right. This warehouse is it's done some work for us. It's done some work for us. A bit of copper over here. There you go. Power on that one. We'll put a steel one in here. There's some copper for you, which would be nice. What else do we have? We had some iron. I don't think we really need the iron. There's some copper. There's some iron. We've got a bunch of slag. Don't really need the slag, but here we are. All right. Yeah, tearing through it. Let's get our last box here and pop all that iron ore in there. All right. You know what I would really love? I really love a stack inserter, just to speed this up, make this work at full pelt. Look at that. That's actually really nice. Yeah, you need a stack inserter too. Although I think it's actually tin. Tin is more of a worry. All right. All right, that'll temporarily get things flowing a little bit nicer. Look at that, beautiful instant results. It doesn't help our aluminium though. It does not help our aluminium. We need to pull that out. How are we going over here? We've still got 300 aluminium in that box. We've still got a bunch of stuff in that box. And our sulfur processing is going very, very slowly. All right, well, sulfur processing, hang on, that means we finish, no, sulfur is what we want. Okay, so I am going to let this run. And we have stopped making wooden boards. We're not running out of wooden boards, are we? I tell you what, we are definitely not. We've got a heap elsewhere, and we're just backing up on green circuit. So I'm going to let this run off camera, and we are going to finish sulfur processing 3. So I'm just going to pump up the game speed for that. All right, we're going to finish sulfur processing 3, and we come back next episode tomorrow. We are going to implement some sulfur production to restart our sulfur economy. All right, that should be pretty good. And let's pop up this guy and say thank you to my wonderful, wonderful patrons, and I'll see you tomorrow.